Matt, congratulations, new contract to keep you here until the end of the 2013-14 season. You must be delighted about that.
Yeah, no, chuffed, really happy with it. Obviously, had a bit of a chance to play over the last few weeks, and you know, not all the results have gone our way, but I've really enjoyed it and as well as I can, and yeah, really happy to be here for the next couple of years.
How much of a step up is it from the Under-20s World Cup, which was a fantastic competition, to Premiership rugby?
Yeah, obviously it's much more physical, a lot quicker, a lot of experience, kind of international start of the league, and it's a longer competition, whereas kind of with the 20s you're looking at the Six Nations block and then the World Cup block. Obviously you've got the Amlin and then the Premiership as well, so it's kind of a long competition. You've got a lot of goals to kind of hit throughout that year, and you've got to try and take each week as it comes. So yeah, big.
How much more physical is it?
Yeah, a lot more physical. Obviously, you know, 20s is obviously restricted at that age group, whereas you kind of come against people my age or kind of 35, 36-year-olds. So, and there's a lot of different international players within the league, kind of Simonas and Virginians. We know those boys are pretty physical. So yeah, a big step.
Big
up.
hitters.
Yeah, big hitters indeed.
What about the speed of the game? Because certainly one thing about Under-20s, that is a pretty fast game, probably quicker than a lot of Premiership games, isn't it?
It may look so, but it doesn't feel it when you're on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? It's a really quick-paced game at Premiership level, and yeah, like I said, at 20s, obviously there's a lot of kind of young talent out there, so everyone's kind of willing to impress, but Premiership level is still pretty quick going.
One game I'm sure you'll be looking forward to, if you're available for selection, Tigers at Welford Road, early January.
Yeah, I've tried not to look too much ahead. It's kind of that stage, just focus on Bayonne this weekend, but it'll be great to go there and play. Yeah,
people told you about Bayonne. Jeremy Castex was saying just earlier how fantastic the atmosphere there is. I think their supporters have won awards for being the most passionate in France. No, that's saying something.
I've not spoken to Jez about it yet. I've played a few games in France, but never in Bayonne. So I'm really looking forward to it. Every French team takes each game as kind of a bit of a party, and the noise is really great from the crowd, and the atmosphere is always buzzing. So really looking forward to playing out there again.
And we're all hoping it's not as cold as it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I hear it's pretty Baltic out there, so it's the temperature's dropped here a bit now as well, so hopefully it's a little bit warmer than here. I'm sure we'll be happy.
They've signed some pretty big names for this season: Mike Phillips, Cedric Haymans, Joe Rocothoko. Not clear whether they'll be playing.
Yeah.
I imagine that you would like to take them on, actually.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you know, to play their best side and get a result would be great. So we just try and focus on ourselves for now and do our own stuff throughout the week. Have a little bit of a look at their video, but kind of the main aspect of our week, we focus on ourselves improving as a team.
If we could get a result this weekend, that really would put us in pole position, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would do. We've had two great results against Vigo and Bordeaux, both getting a bonus point. So but then we've had two kind of slip-ups in the Premiership against Irish and Quins, where we've played well, but just not been clinical when it really matters, and had made opportunities, but then kind of not got the points. So it'd be great to kind of get this result and carry on our Amlin competition on a high.
Yeah, you played in Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Everyone that was there commented on just how fantastic the atmosphere was. Could you feel that on the pitch as well?
Yeah, it was a great stadium, and the Wasps fans that travelled out there were great. They made just as much noise as the home support. We could hear them throughout the 80 minutes, and then to see them after the game as well, kind of cheering us on, was really great. So, yeah.
I know one person who's been very helpful to you in his unfortunate absence through injury is Tom Rees, and he's not just helping you, he's helping all the younger players. How valuable is his advice?
Oh, it's great to have an experienced guy like that to kind of take us to one side and talk us through different plays and little techniques is really helpful, and it's kind of a big, I don't know, it's just great for his young guys. It's someone like Jonathan Poff as well. He's just as good at it. He's very experienced under McCaw, obviously in New Zealand for a few years, so he's picked up a lot of things from over there. So with Rees and him kind of helping us and guiding us through, it's a great advantage.
Do you reckon Rees might make a coach, hopefully in the distant future?
Yeah, definitely. He's been coming out and doing a few stuff with the team, not just kind of the back rows, just doing a bit of breakdown stuff, because obviously that's kind of his expertise, and it's really helpful, really good for his young guys.
Most games these days seem to be decided at the breakdown, don't they?
Yeah, they do. If you look at the four teams that did the World Cup, they all kind of had the outstanding open sides with Warburton, McCaw, Pocock and Duce-Artois. Those four teams that made the semi-finals with the guys that dictated the breakdown throughout the group stage and then carried it on to the knockout stage. So it's a fiercely fought aspect of the game, but if you can kind of get an advantage there, then it definitely helps.
Yeah, a lot of people now reckon that possibly the 7 is the most important person on the field, and there's been the big debate in the past, hasn't there, about whether a 7 should be big like all the other forwards or a bit smaller.
Yeah, I think it goes through different phases. Do you know what I mean? Different. Sometimes there's the 3/8s, and then there's the scavenger 7, which I think I'd kind of prefer. But everyone plays their role on the pitch and whatever they do. So I think it is an important position, especially at the breakdown, because they're giving a bit of a licence there. But everyone plays their role. So.
But for now, congratulations on the new contract. Good luck in Bayonne, and hopefully in 2.5 years' time we'll be looking back on 2.5 glorious years and several more to come.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.